Hey, it's Mr. Johns. Welcome back to Flight Sim 24. Man, what a game. Uh, there's so much to it, and I'm excited to fly again. I'm in the middle of a career. Well, I hate to even say in the middle. I just started a career, and here I'm sitting in my headquarters. I'm glad I chose Hawaii as my base, just because all of your training and first flights are based around where you chose. And I almost chose my hometown, Boise, Idaho. So all the little flights would have been local, which interesting for sure. But I think Hawaii so far has been very, very cool and lots of fun here. So reputation level C, you know, my some of my landings have been kind of rough. And so level 7, 10,000 points. Need to get 37,000 points before I bounce up to the next level 8. Now, certification, I have my private pilot's license, which allows me to fly. And what I've been really doing is flying friends and people, mostly people my boss knows, right? So for free. And what do I gain from that? Well, experience. I get points, but I don't get any money. And so at some point you have to break off and get your commercial pilot's license so you can start getting paid, because this game is very deep. You can own your own company, your own airplanes, and go out and do all these things, which unbelievable. It's just huge. And it's really made me realize how flight sim games of the past were really just flying from point A to point B, um, and not much deeper than that. And I know some may have had other um, aspects to it, but I mean, not as deep as this. So you can see right here, these are specializations, and I don't even know why I have skydive aviation. Like, why do I have? Oh, because square airplane missions with C or above. So I've done a few things related to. Now, flight saying that's what I'm have been doing most of, for sure. Ferry flight, um, prerequisite level 3. So that's why. First flight is what I have finished. So first passengers, etc. But there's so many other things: cargo transport, aerial advertising, charter service, search and rescue, cargo transport medium, aerial firefighting, medevac, agricultural, charter service, VIP, passenger transport, aerial firefighting, cargo transport heavy, cargo transport super heavy. So those are all specializations. Now, as far as missions go, when you click on that, it takes you back to your kind of headquarter region. And, you know, I'm learning a lot by doing these because I've crashed. Um, I wonder if I can show you. Um, no, these are all friends. That's what I thought. There we go. Overview. 31 total flights. I've flown 272 miles. Only have flown 2 hours is all. Um, and haven't done any world photographer, which I'm so excited about that. That's a whole nother part of the game. Career mode, level 7. Challenge League, yeah, none. Haven't done any of those. And then stats. Let's see. Number of failed landings, 1. Number of successful takeoffs, 12. I think that's the big thing there. Um, logbook, photo album. So I don't want to do that. That's not what I meant to do. You have a logbook that keeps track of every flight that you've done, how long they took, very detailed, what airplane you flew. Um, it's just so cool, so cool. So, but I don't think I'm really ready um, to be flying people. My last video was like, what? They're gonna trust me to put. I just got my license, and they're gonna let me fly people around. Yikes! So, um, what I'm doing is bouncing back and forth between kind of some of those free flights just for experience around Hawaii, and then also I started my commercial pilot's license training, and this is pretty serious stuff. So you have to go through. I just finished this one, got a C in it. Trim controls, uh, departure with starting your navigation, dead reckoning using heading and time estimates, landmark navigation, arrival following VFR, so visual flight recognition procedures to land, first flow solo navigation, complete an entire VFR flight on your own. So um, I'm trying to do some of that, some of that as I get a little bit more um, comfortable and familiar. So, um, what I want to do is this is not Hawaii. How do I get back to? Okay, let me think about this for a minute. Wow, how do I roll the world around? There we go. There we go. There we go. Looking for Hawaii. So what is that over there? A VIP thing? Ooh. So no, don't get tempted. So I have still have some, quite a few actually. It looks like um, first flights. So the reason I have so many first flights on my list of things I've done is because that's pretty much what I've been doing is um, flying people. It's their first flight over, usually over their town, and they're looking for smoothness, quality of flight, and that information goes into my reputation. And I need to start working on that and getting it a better than a C. I do not want to be an average pilot. Now, to play this game and get better at it, you have to play regularly. You can't do it like I am, whereas I play other games so much that when I feel like I'm ready to, if I'm in the mood to go fly, I don't remember what I'm supposed to do. So, even this is kind of a reminder. You have to go and look at. It's a little awkward with it. I'm using a joystick. Boop. Using a joystick, and you have to go around. I wonder if I can get that low. Hmm. I'm sure there's a duck, but man, I am low. That is low. I mean, oh, there's duck. So C, crouch. I'm just gonna use my keyboard then, and come on. Now maybe I can use my controller. It's a little awkward. And point and remove, and then C to uncrouch. All right. Whew. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So all the little pre-flight things there, and then LBB, left button and B to jump in to the airplane. So it's a lot. It's a lot, um, and you have to follow. You have to follow step by step. He's walking in the air. There are some funny glitches in this game. One of the flights, I was in the back seat, and my head was sticking out of the airplane the whole flight. So oh, there we go. Yeah, yeah, it's gonna do it again. So there's my passenger, and I apparently am in the back seat, I think. So, uh, kind of funny. And then it's got some pretty poor, pretty poor AI uh, audio. So he looks scared out of his mind, and he probably should be because I haven't flown in like a week. Well, maybe it's been 3 or 4 days, but so um, so I think what they're doing is typing in a script, and then AI voices do the and they are the um, the AI is just not very. I'm surprised. This look at me. I'm sticking my head out of the back of the airplane. I'm in the back seat. It's crazy. It's really kind of funny. Ah, I crashed already. So yeah, it's been a couple days. Don't quite even remember what the keys are. So okay, let's announce takeoff. I'm sure I shouldn't say that out loud with somebody in the airplane with me. I don't remember how to fly. It's been a couple days. So RB plus X to release parking brake, enter runway. Can I just punch it and go? Yeah. Okay. I'd almost rather turn off the AI voices because, oh, okay, let's be real smooth here. They're just not great. All right. So here we go. But the one thing that Microsoft gets right, look at the graphics. I mean, this is Hawaii and it is Hawaii. So real visuals, very cool. Okay, so we're gonna try to be as smooth as we can and see if I can remember exactly. Um, I'll go ahead and slow down just a little bit. Let's look at my RPMs might be just a little high. It's just funny seeing the pilot with his head out of the airplane, and really they should be able to prevent that from happening in a visual. All right, so oh, flaps malfunction. So all these little things. I will get docked points for not um, lowering the flaps. Okay, and pretty much the AI, they all say the same thing. So I kind of tune them out at this point. They're going to say the same stuff. So let me just get familiar with my airplane again here. So what I'm noticing is, so on the left side of the screen, it shows me I'm going 97 knots. Now that's pretty fast. He's going to want me to slow down once we get to, whoa, once we get to, yeah, I'm way too high. Let's drop it down here. You want to be around 75 knots, I believe, for when we're actually doing the sightseeing. They call it flight seeing. Um, so that he has the chance to look around. And so we're flying over his hometown, and you can, and that's exactly that. See that phrase? A bird just flew past. I wanted to wave to him. Another passenger said the exact same line, and I just think that's a cheesy part of the programming. And this airplane, not my favorite. I don't know if I have a choice of that, or I need to next time I need to see. I'd rather be just in my normal like Cessna. This thing is um, a little bouncy, a little sporty, a little harder to control. Not that it's hard to control. This is pretty easy with a joystick, especially. So, um, but you do feel the air pockets kind of bounce you here and there. Okay, so we're looking at pretty sure um, what it wants me to do is stay in the green as far as speed, which I am. I'm a little bit high, but and I'm supposed to stay kind of in these blue flight pattern symbols. And in 5 miles, when I get there, I'll slow it down and we'll do a nice slow 180 and come back. It's it's exactly what you think it would be if you were a pilot flying sightseeing um, runs. And if I was making money at this, I could see, this is working towards buying a new airplane, buying my own airplane, or starting my own business or something. Um, it's all worth it. But the fact that I have my private pilot's license and I can't charge anybody, so the person, that guy in there with me, is just, he's just along for the ride, and I'm doing it as a favor. But I have to remind myself. You can see it's kind of bouncy through here. I have to remind myself that this is practice. I'm getting my flight hours in, and I need to do this over and over and over again until I remember all these things, and it's just habit, which means I probably should be flying every day, and don't let 3 or 4 days go by or a week before I do a flight. Should be flying every day, just muscle memory, and get better at it. You can see traffic down there on the roads. So graphics definitely one of the suits, strong points of the game, and I think the career mode is really the selling point for sure, because I feel like I have a purpose. I'm just not just flying just because it's cool, just because the graphics are good, or just because it's fun to fly over your house, in real life. Or so I do feel like I kind of have a purpose that I need to get good so that I can pass the commercial pilot's license, CPL. Um, so I'm gonna start slowing down just a little bit because I knew that was coming. So I can go either left or right here. I've tried it just to see if I was right. Um, so see, they tell me it's set an altitude of 1300, so I'm a little high. I'm quite a bit high, and um, I'm a little bit fast. So I will get dinged. And of course, if you're trying to drop altitude and speed at the same time, it's very difficult. So stay below 82 knots. So if I climb up, it's going to drop my speed, and then I just adjust it just a little bit. Not too much. So I did switch to my, there's 82. I need to be right on that, right below it, actually. Come on now. I will get dinged if I don't get down. Let me climb a bit. That'll drop me. Here we go. I did switch to my flight stick that has it's a little and it was easier to stay. I just switched back, by the way. I didn't like it. I always go back to my Xbox controller, and technically it's a Thrustmaster something something. Um, I'm definitely below 82 knots. I'm like 55. So, but it's better to go a little slow because he has a chance to see things and take pictures, and he will not complain if I'm going slow and he has time to see everything. So you can see my altitude is a little bit high, but I'm not getting dinged by that because I'm in the blue. And then what I want to do is be thinking ahead and looking ahead, just like taking a good corner on a racetrack, so that I know that I'm turning. So nothing is jerky. Everything is smooth, so I know where I'm going. So on the Xbox controller, it's a little harder to, your speed is not as sensitive. All right, so here we go. See, we did the circle, and now we just have to, I can speed back up now because I'm not held to that rule. And of course, the hardest part, that part was all pretty easy. The hardest part, the only hard part is landing. So, and I've crashed a couple times because some of the runways that I have flown into here in Hawaii had trees and buildings right at the end of the runway, both ends. So I had to be perfect, and that's why this is valuable because I should be able to do that. I should be able to adjust my speed and um, still stick the landing no matter what. So, all right, so just back up to about 100 knots per hour. You can see I'm right at the kind of the maximum. I want to stay at that green speed rating. Engine one is still not cranked up very high. It's taking it easy on the engine. RPMs, however, are pretty high. Fuel's good. No flaps, a little bit of trim, but that is kind of auto adjusting. And you are also dinged points if you skip. So if you notice, there's a in the upper right corner where it says hold the options button on my controller to skip the landing. It's tempting, but you are uh, you lose points for that. Also, it just froze, and even though I have a screaming good system at this point, at least for the next year, so um, it does freeze. So once in a while, so I've tried to lower my graphic settings, and I probably need to do that a little bit more as well. So everything's kind of maxed up, I think, maxed out at ultra, high or ultra, just because I want to see the incredible graphics. And we're flying the 6 or 7 miles back to the runway. So if you don't like this part of flying, this game probably is not for you because this is what the game, a lot of it is about. But they did add all those other specializations that are a little bit more exciting. But I think that every pilot fly to pattern entry, connect to the airport, announce position. I like the fact that I wouldn't remember all that stuff. So I'm so glad that's up there in the right corner. I never want that to go away. I need that to kind of remind me. So it's like a checklist. So what I was saying was every pilot needs to put in their, put in their time and just get your miles in and get comfortable until it's just like driving a car. Get in, put your seatbelt on, and um, you know how to do it all. So at this point, I'm almost flying without the need to make any adjustments. I am going a little fast, so I'm going to tap my B button on my controller a couple times. It took me a while to figure out, especially because I went from mouse and keyboard to my controller. Then I hooked up my Thrustmaster. I think it was also Thrustmaster. Um, Hoda Hoda One, I think it's called Flight Stick One, which I was excited about because it'd be more more realistic. Excuse me. I just didn't like it. So I'm a controller guy. I mean, it's what I like. So for everything, it's just what I like. All right, so um, we need to start preparing for this and thinking this through here. Um, See if we can get a visual of where we're going. We're going to slow it down quite a bit more here. So you don't see the pattern entry yet. So as soon as I hit this last gate, I'm on final approach, less than a half mile out. Right here, it'll be bink 5, and then there is where I'm headed, and that's a pretty sharp left turn. What's that weird jolt? So you have to be careful because he will complain if he's uncomfortable. So okay, we're gonna extend gears. See those coming down. We're gonna announce our final. And this is not a fancy runway. This is, you know, brakes, 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 brakes. Brakes. What are my brakes? I don't remember what button my brake was. Uh, yeah. So I didn't remember what my brakes are. I don't remember what my brakes are, but I guess I'll have to. Let's try it again. I need to write this down, have a little cheat sheet for sure. So here we go. I'm coming in. This is. Did you hear him say it was savage? Savage. Savage. So I just don't remember B is brake, X is brake. I should look that up before I fly next time. Oh, careful, careful, careful. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And then flare. Whoa, whoa, careful. No, it's terrible. Come on. We need lots of room to brake. Oh, there we go. So I'm on X. X must be brake. I mean, you think that I've been through training. You think I have my private license. You think I would know that stuff. I don't. So um, oh, it's not going to let me. Oh, stop, 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 stop. Hold the brake. Hold the brake. Hold the brake. Well done, pilot. So that's why I'm still flying these practice flights. And my, oh, I thought it was telling me taxi to parking stand. That's where right? That's what it says. Taxi to parking stand. Where is the parking stand? Nothing's blue, so it's not telling me that. So A is throttle up, B is throttle down, X is brake. See if it shows back up again. No? Okay. So let me just see if I can get a little bit closer without taking off. Come on, come on, come on. Oh my gosh. So you tap the A. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. He cl Okay. RB down, shut down the airplane. So next time I'm gonna have a little cheat sheet here in front of me. So now it says taxi to parking. I think that's over there. It's not really clear. Does that look like a blue area? It's not. It doesn't really. I guess I just have to set my parking brakes, and then it should. Okay, now we're just waiting for the engine to shut down. So that's an example of a flight when you don't know what you're doing. It was just another first flight mission. But then I'm going to get graded on everything that I just did. So sightseeing quality, 85%, because I was going slow and I did that nice, slow curve. Still only 85%. Flight smoothness, oh my gosh, 77. Landing smoothness, 39%. Yeah, most important mistakes crashing in aviation. That is considered a most important mistake. 2 flaps extended max speed. So I need to remember to pull my flaps in when you're going too fast. And then radio communication. I didn't catch that, but I missed one at some point. No bonus. Oh man, right? So that's why I'm not. Yeah, C. Reputation still C. So that's why I'm not pushing quickly ahead to get my commercial license and start doing things a little more. These should be just routine landings, easy every time. So I just need to start cranking these out. So that's the plan. Hey, if this looks fun to you, you can pick up multiple versions of Microsoft Flight Simulator, but I recommend this one, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. You can get it on Steam as well as Microsoft Store. And you too can be a licensed pilot with smooth landings on the islands of Hawaii. Come back and join me next time. We'll fly together and hopefully survive together. For now, though, Mr. Johns is out.